All right, this is me again. You guys know I just did that video about the Iron Sheik. Let's kind of take a look at the WWE Heavyweight Championships, because you had the first champion, Buddy Rogers, who held the title very briefly in 1963, and of course, Buddy Rogers is Buddy Rogers, so. He went on to go do his own thing after he was in the WWE. And WWE, he was won the championships once, allegedly once, but he's also was in the Hall of Fame, WWE Hall of Fame. Then the second person who turned around and won the title was, of course, the legendary Bruno Sammartino, who's also a WWE Hall of Famer. Then afterwards, you had Ivan Koloff, who won the title from Bruno Sammartino and held it for about 3 weeks before losing it to Pedro Morales. So you got Hall of Famers. Bruno Sammartino's a Hall of Famer, and Pedro Morales is a Hall of Famer. And these men, of course, are deceased. So it kind of makes me go, well, why, he was in the Hall of Fame class of 95. Pedro Morales. But Ivan Koloff is not in the Hall of Fame. Very, very, very interesting. And of course, Ivan Koloff is also deceased. Stan Stasiak turned around and held the title for about a week and a half. He was known for his heart punch, and I kind of believe that. I've seen Stasiak as well. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame of 2018. He is also deceased. Why isn't Ivan Koloff in there? Then you got Bruno Sammartino, who won the title again. And then you lost it to Superstar Graham, who just died 2 weeks ago. And he's a Hall of Famer. So then you have Bob Backlund, who won the title from the Superstar. And Bob Backlund he held the title for 4 years, at least 4 years, and then he turned around and won it very, very briefly. And, and he's in the Hall of Fame 2013. But no Ivan Koloff. So Bob Backlund is still alive right now. So he lost the title to the Iron Sheik, who just died today, is in the Hall of Fame. So from bridging the champions that are still alive, Bob Backlund bridges between Superstar Graham, who's now deceased. Bob Backlund, then you have the Iron Sheik, who's now deceased. So, Backlund being alive is the last one of the 70s era to bridge between the Hogan era and the era of long reigning face champions. Okay? Bob Backlund was a face. Bruno Sammartino was a face. Pedro Morales was a good guy. Buddy Rogers, kind of a bad guy, good guy, depending on your outlook. Ivan Koloff, a bad guy. Stan Stasiak was a bad guy. Superstar Graham was a bad guy. So you have that bridge. And as of right now, only Ivan Koloff from that era of the Sheik back is not in the Hall of Fame yet. Makes you kind of think. Then, of course, you got Hulk Hogan going into the 80s, 84. He's also a Hall of Famer, unless they took his Hall of Fame thing away. There was a big controversy about Hulk Hogan and being the kind of tool that he is, that, you know, the racist triad, racial crap. But he's in the Hall of Fame. He still is, and he's a two-time member. Member is the World Order, New World Order, and of course of Hulk Hogan. So they did not take it away. And you got Andre the Giant, who is also in the Hall of Fame, who is deceased. Randy Savage, who is deceased, who people wondered for many, many years why he was never in the Hall of Fame. And he finally got in 2015. And he's deceased. The Ultimate Warrior, Hall of Fame, he's deceased. Sergeant Slaughter, who won the title at the Royal Rumble in '91, he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. And he's still alive. And he also had the championship for a few months. The Undertaker, also still alive. Hall of Fame. Ric Flair, woo, he's in the Hall of Fame. And he's still alive. And Flair has, I think, yeah, he has 2 Hall of Fame rings. One is individual and one of the 4 Horsemen. So, but he's not dead yet. But Slick Rick is up there. He's 74. He's up there. Bret Hart, of course, Hall of Fame, still alive. Yokozuna passed away, who was a 2-time world champion. And he died kind of young, at the age of 34. And Yokozuna is in the Hall of Fame in 2012. So there's another former world champion in the WWE. Diesel, of course, he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. Also former world champion or champion. He was in twice, individual and the New World Order. Shawn Michaels, still alive. He's in the WWE Hall of Fame. Twice, DX and individual. So you still have him. He's still alive. Psycho Sid, 2-time WWE champion, still alive, but he is not in the WWE Hall of Fame yet. Old big Sid Vicious, wow. And Stone Cold, he held the title, 7 times? He's still alive. And definitely not my favorite guy. Yeah, that guy's been in trouble for beating up his wife. And he's in the Hall of Fame of 2009. WWF Championship 6 times. Okay, whatever. Kane, of course, good guy, still alive, Hall of Famer, I believe. He's 56 years old. He doesn't really wrestle anymore. But he was always kind of cool to watch, even though he did choke slams, jumped off the top ropes, clothesline from hell, that kind of stuff. Everybody says he's all around a pretty good guy, but he's in the Hall of Fame of 2021. So we got a couple of snubbers. The Rock, of course, he's in the Hall of Fame. How can you not be in the Hall of Fame, Rock? You know, actually, no. The Rock is not in the Hall of Fame. The Rock is not in the Hall of Fame. The Rock. Definitely a Hall of Famer. And of course, Mankind, Cactus Jack, Mick Foley. He's still alive today, ladies and gentlemen. He's still alive. Being Mick Foley, writing his books and just doing interviews and being annoying. You know, I like some of his stuff, but I've never been a true fan of him. And he's in the Hall of Fame in 2013. So, Triple H is already in there, I don't have to say. Vince McMahon is not in the Hall of Fame. You think? The Big Show, I didn't like him very much. I thought his wrestling really sucked. I can remember when the guy used to drop kick. And no, he is not in the Hall of Fame. So, he's not in there yet. Kurt Angle, of course, Hall of Famer. He's got to be a Hall of Famer. But Kurt Angle, he's got to be in every Hall of Fame. They're just, without a doubt, he's got to. You know, he's got to be in every Hall of Fame. And he's in the 2017 Hall of Fame. Well, Chris Jericho, folks. How about Chris Jericho? Still wrestling. Why? He's still got some years left. He's 52, so. Chris Jericho, his work is pretty good, but the guy is a kind of a tool, and he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. He probably won't be in there for a long time. Brock Lesnar. You know for a fact that he's not going to be in the Hall of Fame because he's Brock Lesnar. And he's the kind of guy that don't give a rat's shit about anything. If he can do, he's the kind of guy for WWE. I'm not talking about for his fighting ability. I'm not going to crack on the fighting ability, dude. He was a UFC world champion or heavyweight champion, which is, he's Brock Lesnar, right? But he's extraordinarily lazy, and he wants to do, he wants to do as less humanly possible as possible. And that's probably why he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. So he's not in the Hall of Fame, even though he's won the WWE Championship 7 times. But he was a big draw. Eddie Guerrero, of course, who is deceased, and he was a former WWE champion. And he passed away through things with his heart. So, he's in the Hall of Fame, class of 2006. Bradshaw, I believe, just got in there. He did win the WWE title for 6 months, maybe. And I believe he's in the... Is he in the Hall of Fame? Yeah, 2020. John Cena, still alive. And he's probably... I'm going to say it. A lot of you guys are not going to like it. He's probably, as of right now, the greatest WWE champion probably in the history of the WWE right now. Won the title 13 times, crying out loud. And he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Rob Van Dam, he had the WWE title. But I don't think Rob is in the WWE Hall of Fame yet. He appeared at the WWE Hall of Fame, but... No, he was. 2021 Hall of Fame. Rob Van Dam. Okay. Edge, Yes, he's in the WWE Hall of Fame. He's still alive. Randy Orton. I'm almost sure he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. His entire career was pretty much WWE. No, he is not in the Hall of Fame yet. Not in the Hall of Fame, Randy Orton. He won the WWE Championship 10 times, though. So someday he's going to be in there. If he's alive or dead, he will be in there. Jeff Hardy had the WWE title. A chance of him being in the Hall of Fame as Jeff Hardy, very slim. Because we already know about his drug problems and everything like that. So, no, he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. The Hardy Boys maybe one day will be in there. He did win the WWE Championship once. Batista, he's supposed to be a future Hall of Famer, supposedly. Why? I don't know. He held the title maybe like twice for like a day. Sheamus had the WWE title. He held it 3 times, but he's not a Hall of Famer yet. I don't think Sheamus is going to be in there for a while. Yeah, he's not in there yet. Held the title 3 times, though. All right, we're going to continue to go till the very end. The Miz, they gave it to him twice. I'm not a fan of The Miz. Why he's a WWE champion, I don't know. By this time, I think the whole concept of the title went in the toilet. But that's my personal opinion. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. So we're going to keep going. CM Punk won the title, held it for a year. Definitely not a Hall of Famer. And there's a good chance he'll probably never get in the WWE Hall of Fame. The guy's just too much of an asshole. Rey Mysterio. Why they gave him the title, I don't know. But I believe he's a Hall of Famer now. Oh, why? I don't know. Yep, Hall of Fame 2023. Yeah, okay. Alberto Del Rio. He is not going to be a Hall of Famer. He's got way too much trouble. Twice he held a title. Probably from beating up his spouse or whatever, being in trouble. Daniel Bryan won the title a couple times. Daniel Bryan, no matter what and where he's at, he is a Hall of Famer, or will be. He's just that good, or was that good. And no, they don't have him in the Hall of Fame yet. Won the championship 4 times. So I'm going to keep going. This video I know is getting a little long. Seth Rollins, he held the title. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Roman Reigns held the title a bunch of times. He's not in the Hall of Fame yet. But the way that they push that guy to the moon, he will. And no, he hasn't. So, Dean Ambrose, he's not in there. AJ Styles definitely one day will be in the Hall of Fame if he's not in there already. I don't think he's in there yet. Because, WWE. Nope, not yet. But he's held the title twice. Bray Wyatt, he won the title. He's not world champion. He's not in the Hall of Fame. Jinder Mahal, he won the title. Kofi Kingston won the title. And they're not Hall of Famers yet. But Kofi Kingston definitely will be a Hall of Famer. Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, Hall of Famers, more than likely. Yeah, more than likely they'll be Hall of Famers, or all former champions. So we're going to continue on, and that is it for the WWE Hall of Fame, WWE champions, and who's alive and dead. So at number 1, Hall of Famer Bruno Sammartino with 2 title reigns, combined days of 4,040 days. Wow. Hulk Hogan at 6 with 2,188. Bob Backlund, 2,138. John Cena, 1,254. Pedro Morales, a single reign, 1,027 days. Brock Lesnar at 7 at 828. Randy Orton, 10 titles at 680. Bret Hart at 5, 654. Triple H at 9, 611. Roman Reigns, 548 plus. Randy Savage, Stone Cold, 529. Randy Savage, 520. AJ Styles, 511. CM Punk, 462. Shawn Michaels, 396 for 3 reigns. The Rock, with 8 titles, has 378 days. Because just right below him is Diesel with 1 reign at 358 days. So the list goes all the way down to people that's held it for less than 10 seconds. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Jeff telling you about WWE World titles, bridging, title reigns, and who's in the Hall of Fame and who is not, and who is deceased. This is Jeff going, wow.